Yo, man, what's good? Let's get it, man. We up in this shit. Let's get it, man. Yo, fucking Memo going off on Oblock. You know what I'm saying? We finna get into it. See what's up with it.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookah_anonymous. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at...
Alright, enough of that shit. Enough of that fucking shit.
But it seems like everyone is taking these times to start airing each other out as it gets hotter and more BS is on the horizon. We just covered the whole situation between Tay Capone and 600 Buka that seemed to have came out of nowhere. But now we have another situation between Memo600, who's calling out Oblock as a whole for running on King Von the night he was shot unalive, and then he also called out Oblock BJ, calling him a rat for his body cam footage that went viral when he was arrested. Now Memo has insinuated that BJ was basically telling
his ass look like he a little mama with that. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Like,
bruh.
Come on, man.
Police how to do their job, and seemed like he was dry snitching to get out of his jam. And of course, BJ will respond as well to the claims of Memo calling him a rat, in which we'll get into later. Now, interesting enough, Memo didn't just stop there. He will also mention Oblock Munna Duke, along with Youngin, who both tragically passed away in May of last year. Now, there's been many allegations about who did what to Duke and Youngin, and you've had people who even came out and owned up to it as well. However, Memo would basically say it indirectly who was involved and also troll Oblock about it, claiming that they still didn't get any get back for neither one of them. Now, like I said earlier, I don't know whether it's the weather that got everyone acting crazy, but as y'all know, summertime is approaching. If y'all thought winter was something, imagine how it gets when you got guys actually outside, actually commuting, and more prone to being caught lacking by their ops. And these days, it's not even the ops that these guys gotta worry about. If anything, they have to worry about each other. If it ain't a backdoor situation going on, every other day it's a new person getting into it with people that they already know. And as they say, who needs enemies when you got friends like this? But anyway, we're going to get into everything, but before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm. And Ben 10, where All-Star JR had been accused of shooting Ben 10 due to him and others trying to take his chain allegedly at the hands of J Prince Jr., who would instruct them to do so. Well, it's said that since the shooting, Ben 10 had been fighting for his life, where you have some people saying he survived, some saying he didn't, others saying he did but he's paralyzed, but others saying that now he's on life support. Damn. However it goes, Memo would troll Oblock and let them know that All-Star JR got get back before they even did for Little Tim taking the life of King Von. He would take to his IG story to say, quote, Oblock done let JR catch something before them. They need to stop claiming Von on LA. All that running on camera, embarrassing as hell. Now for y'all that don't know what he's referring to, if you remember the footage that came out the night King Von was shot and unalive, while Von was wrestling with Quando, he was by himself in the middle of the street, while everyone he came with sat back and watched, and then he was shot multiple times in the process.
My thing is, like, why the fuck they let him go out there like that? Like, them was his guys. He the breadwinner. Why the fuck y'all let him go out there like that? I just always, every time I look at that shit, I be like, man, why the fuck they let him go out there like that? Like, he the money man. Y'all motherfuckers just watched him like, oh yeah, folks, shit, that's King Von, folks. Don't say shit. Bro, tell his ass, man, sit your ass down, man. We do this shit. We'll handle what you got problems with, we'll take care of it. That's what the fuck they supposed to have did. And they all died though. Rest in peace to them.
Shout out to Muwap, who after the shots went off, at least he tried to break King Von free by punching Quando Rondo while he was trying to get King Von's chain from him as it appeared. The rest of everybody else, you can clearly see was standing by the door and stayed while everything was going on. Now in another story post, Memo will stay quote, "Y'all ain't rich cause y'all ran on Von and left blood for dead. Don't y'all know the whole world saw that?" Then he would make fun of them, basically saying that the only time they had anything new is the stuff that King Von bought for them. In another slide, he would state quote, "I bought 6 chains, 5 watches, 8 rings, 3 homes, 4 cars with my own money. Von bought you ninjas chain 10 years ago. Y'all ain't had ish else since. That mean you stuck, little ninja."
Hey.
Laughing emoji.
Damn, that sound true, man. Cause every time I see an Oblock, you know what I'm saying, video or them niggas in Oblock, I always see that old ass chain that Von had. And that's the only shit that they got. Like, bruh, they need to do better, bro.
And then he made another interesting post speaking on Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin as he would state quote, "And don't make me bring up Duke and Youngin," as he played DMG Little Deuce's song Footprints in the background. Now if you know the back and forth between the guys and what's going on, you should understand why that's prevalent, as when it comes to their deaths, a certain person or group has been accused, and I just leave it at that. Now here's where he would diss Oblock BJ and insinuate that he seemed like he was gonna tell. He would repost his body cam footage and caption it saying quote, "Oblock BJ ready to tell on phone him. Listen to him. On Steve, come on man."
Do you wish to answer any questions at this time? You do? Okay.
See, right then and there, that's when you mess up. When they say, "Do you want to answer any questions at this time?" No, because there's nothing to answer. Anything that they're going to ask you is going to be incriminating to your case because they are the police, right? So their job is to find out information about a crime that they are assuming you are committing.
Yes.
So any question that they're asking you is going to be about a crime, a possible crime that they feel either you committed or somebody around you committed. Simple.
Whose cars are in the car?
I look. That's all I gotta say. I wish y'all would go about it right and ask everybody as a whole.
It doesn't work like that.
Wow. He asked him, "So who guns is that in the car?" He said, "Alright, this what I'm gonna tell you. You know one of them, you know back in the days when you used to point, like you be like, I ain't gonna say who did it or nothing, and then you point with your elbows instead of your fingers?" That's what he did. He said, "I wish you guys would ask everybody." What was that about?
Maybe you would ask people as a whole, they would have stepped up and took their gun. Hey, the gun they gonna get put on me. I was just getting angry from the other now.
See? You know what I'm saying? That street shit is dead, y'all. Leave that shit alone, man. Cause y'all in the shit, y'all do some shit together. Man, look, he telling. Come on, man. This nigga full blown rat.
If y'all did,
That's what you signed up
I
for.
guarantee you they would have to take their
So basically he's saying that it's not his gun without saying that it's not his gun. He's saying it. He said if you would have asked any one of them other guys, they would have told you that's their gun. Wow. So what if let's say it's 3 of us, right? Let's say all 2 of us said, "Nah, that's not our weapon. We don't know what that's about. We ain't talking." But then you say that they would tell you that that's theirs. So what if the cop came back and said, "Well, alright, so it's not yours," and you said that somebody's gonna come up and say that it's theirs? Who is gonna say that it's theirs? Because clearly you know, right?
Ask everybody the same questions. So you don't know who gun it is.
I don't think it ain't my gun.
It ain't your gun.
And then if those like the next people, I'm like, they're cherry.
But you
They might claim their own gun.
but you are aware of the guns in the
So I
car.
didn't know he was no gun. That's why I know they'll claim their gun. If I mean, who the fuck gun was this?
So why didn't you ask?
Good question. You heard what the cop said?
I mean,
The cop said, "Alright, well, why didn't you ask him?" You telling us to ask about who weapon it is, why you didn't ask. But once again, y'all, now, Did he snitch technically? No, he didn't name anybody. He just said a little too much. And he's not the only one that does this. A lot of people get into these interrogation rooms or they get to the precinct and they say more than what they need to be saying, not knowing that it could be incriminating sometimes. And sometimes they don't mean to do it. People do it because they think that they're going to get out of jail. They think that whatever they say is going to help their situation. It's not. Once you're in those cuffs, that's it. That's it. So I'm assuming, you know, he was trying to get himself out of the jam. He just went about it in a weird way, but did he actually rat and say anything? Not technically, but it was a little weird. Now, of course, Oblock BJ will respond to the claims of Memo, claiming that he sounded like he was about to tell, as he would say, quote, "So he's a ninja who never did no street-ish chirping on the net. Hashtag Memo and ninjas." Now, Oblock BJ and King Von has been close when he was alive, so it's only right that he took whatever Memo said personal. But I can't lie, that body cam footage is a bit suspect, whether he chooses to admit it or not. And it's one of those situations where he can't deter us from what we've seen with our own two eyes, because it's literally right there for us to see for ourselves. Not saying he told her anything, he just didn't sound too right while he was explaining himself to law enforcement. And this is why they always say, there's nothing you should be speaking to police about when you get jammed up. It's nothing you can say that's gonna get you out of them cuffs once they grab you up anyway. So when they ask you anything, just tell them that you want your lawyer present, and that's it. Simple as that. Else not anything you say or do can or will be used against you in the court.
Game over, man. Sit.
The law, as they tell you. And there's a lot of guys who make them little funny gestures and suggestions to the police when they in that position, trying to get themselves out. Just look at OTF DD little brother, who got caught for possessing a gun, but yet he's the same one telling them that he has information on a body. Crazy. And to this day, we don't know what body he's talking about and what body he told them about, if he did in fact tell them. And once again, he offered that information to him all while he was crying, so I could almost bet my bottom dollar that he definitely told them people something. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. How do y'all feel about this whole back and forth between Memo600 and Oblock BJ? Let us know how you feel in the comments. Don't forget to...
It is what it is, you know. Oh yeah, it's taking out here, man. They need to find something else better to do for real, man. Yeah, it's too grown for that shit. So I worry about that bullshit.